Thank you so much, Miss Regina Bless, for today in history and some observances of the day. Up next, we have Debbie's Girl.
Welcome to Debbie's Grill, where we talk about issues that matter to the state, void of politics, fear or favor. Gabriel Jamefi, the Bono Regional Director of the Technical and Vocational Education Training, has dismissed the perception that TVET education is a reserve for the academically dumb. Instead, he said TVET held the key to addressing unemployment and advancing the nation's industrialization, urging families to encourage their children and wards to opt for TVET. Mr. Jemfi said that the national TVET education was going through reforms focusing on providing academic industry opportunities for students. The regional director said this when the Social Investment Fund handed over the site for construction of an ultra-modern climate resilience center at the Nsotre Technical and Vocational Institute in the Sunyani West municipality of the region to the contractor. The Accra-based Trasef Construction and Engineering Limited is executing 6.5 million center expected to be completed within 12 months. The center, designed to focus on wood technology, fashion design and digital skills, will be furnished with modern equipment to provide students with practical competencies that align with emerging labor market demands and promote sustainable livelihood. It is under the Rebuilding Youth and Women's Livelihood through Entrepreneurship and Employment Creation component of the post-COVID-19 Skills Development and Productivity Enhancement Project. In June 2022, the government of Ghana signed a 5-year agreement with the African Development Bank to implement the PDS-PEP. The project is financed through a grant facility of 28.5 million and seeks to contribute to Ghana's sustainable post-recovery in the health sector while supporting the restoration of livelihoods, income, employment, and private sector development. Mr. Jemfi explained that the government had given financial clearance for the employment of more TVET tutors this year. So this is from the Bono Regional Minister, and then he's emphasizing on TVET, Technical and Vocational Education Training. Now let me be sincere with you. With where we find ourselves in the world, white collar job is not enough. People are making hands-on money with vocational and technical skills. Now, one of the days where people say when you're into hairdressing, it's bad. It means you're unintelligent. When you're into catering, it means you're unintelligent. If you're into mechanic and all that, it means you're not good enough. That is in the past because they downgraded those professions. They don't see it as a classy profession. And then let me tell you one shocking thing. The profession you see to be classy does not pay enough. It does not. You only get rich at the end of the month. And even at the end of the month, that money cannot even sustain you for the rest of that month till the next month comes in where you will take your money. So even before you receive that money, you are done spending it. And that is because you owe. And so you've already calculated before the money lands into your account, it's finished. Then it means you still have to borrow to survive. And that is what we call the hand to mouth. So people see you working, but there is nothing to show. Nothing to show because when the money comes, it's being diverted into other things. And so you are left stranded. But you see, this technical and vocational skills, it's a hand-on skill. It's something that no one can take from you. It's one of the professions that does not make you wait for you to get paid before you can survive, for you to get paid before you can eat, for you to get paid before you can rent. It's a skill. It's something that you get money every day. And you'll be shocked to know that what somebody earns in a month is what someone earns in a day. So can you just multiply that? If let's say you're earning 2,000 in a month, or you're earning 1,000 in a month, or you are earning 2,500 or maybe 3,000 in a month, and that 3,000 someone is earning it in a day. So multiply that 3,000 times 4, because we have 4 weeks in a month, and imagine the money the person is making compared to somebody who waits for the government, somebody who waits for his or her employer to pay him or her before they survive. You would need to, put your whole assurance on the government to give you something before you can survive. And that is why we are saying that these things needs to be preached into the heads of the upcoming generation. That thing of when the child wants to engage in, say, drawings, they have visual arts, yes. A child will wake up one and be like, oh, daddy, please, I want to do visual arts. And then you are yelling on the child, I want you to become a doctor. And also free. And you see, that is why parents need to pay critical attention to their words. There are some kids, when you give birth to them from childhood, they are into certain things. It should tell you that this is what they want to do. I've seen a video where a small kid, the dad bought a phone or something, or a gadget. He dismantled the gadget and refixed it. That was a child. And it worked. So with that kind of child, it should tell you that this child, when he ventures into engineering or those things, it will help him. So you don't look at that child and then you'll be yelling on him. I want you to become a doctor. I want you to become a lawyer. I want you to become a teacher. Let me tell you, we have about 1,000 plus of teachers in their house and they are still looking for work. And now even those who are into this white collar jobs still have a side business. They have a side business. You see someone as a banker, they have a side business. SNM is a journalist, she's into perfumes. So she has a side business. We have people who do that a lot. So you can also do same. And that is why they are calling on parents that start telling your words from now. Put that in their head. If your child wants to venture into home economics, it doesn't mean that they don't know book. It doesn't mean that they are dumb. It doesn't mean that, you see that kid to be something else. You push them up. They are making money. They are making money. I always say this. When I was in the university, I had a colleague who braid. Instead of you going out, she will braid you in the hostel and take you and take the money. She doesn't charge that much, but even with what she takes, she can break like 10 people in a day. So when she's taking 50 CDs from each person, or when she's taking 30 CDs from each person, just imagine. She wouldn't have to be calling home for money. My foodstuffs are finished. My transport is finished. I need money. No. And that money will support him or her in doing something. So it should be introduced in the schools, the teachers to talk to the students and make them know that do it. If that is what you want to do, do it. If you want to be an artist, you want to, whatever you want to do, you do it, especially with the vocational and technical skills. Then you support them because they are making big money. Someone who is into home economics or fashion, they are making money. In a day, you can get an order from 3 companies. And the order what they are ordering for is not less. I have a colleague who is into pastry. Order no one 2,000 plus. She's baking cakes like 2,000 plus, or meat pie. And the money she's making, it's not something small. It's not. So, to our parents, please bear with us. Just like the Bono regional minister said, don't force your kids into professions that they don't want to. Don't force your kid to become a nurse when he or she wants to become a caterer. Don't force your kid into the teaching field where he or she wants to become a fashion designer. If you do that, they are going to kill people's children. And that is why when you go to most of our schools, sometimes you see a teacher and you know that and then they feel the impony. From the demeanor of the teacher, you can tell that this is not his field. And even nurses, from their demeanor and how they talk to patients, how they even treat you, you can tell that the profession here, but to be being appear na koshewo. So this is simple. Pay critical attention to your children. If that is what they want to do, support them. If they want to do the white collar job, support them. If they want to be into the technical side, support them. And even with a white collar job, you should still tell them to get something to do. And don't kill that dream of DS. Please, we are begging you. Thank you for making time with me on the screen.